Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 2, a very short series. Normally my unboxing videos are like 20 parts. It seems like they're usually my stackery unboxings where I really have these massive boxes and I have to divide it up into many parts. Well, this is like a smaller a set of 2 videos where I'm, unboxing an auction that I had won from. And it was PBA auctions. And this one actually is really interesting because they even had a little note with it. So I'll read you. Thanks for bidding with PBA comics. So I thought that was kind of nice that they put the little handwritten note in there as well. So it was 2 boxes that I received from them. I didn't buy that much stuff, but it was a bunch of slabs. So I think they wanted to be safe. So they boxed it in two boxes. In this unboxing, I'm going to show all these books. And there's some pretty great stuff in here. Some raw books and some great slabs that I picked up. So I think this first one is the raw books. And yeah, so as I was mentioning in part 1, I was a little bit shocked because I didn't realize it was a buyer's premium. But still, even with the buyer's premium, I was able to get some pretty great deals. And these raw books were part of those great deals. So yeah, so let's get into it. The first one is Beware. I'm not even sure what issue number. Beware number 11. And this is an interesting one where you got, this is a Marion Fleiss cover. And he's like, drawing the comic, and the very thing that he's drawing comes to life. So it's pretty cool. Got like a werewolf kind of skeleton creature. I don't know what that is. Or maybe a zombie. I don't know what that is. I thought it was a werewolf, but maybe it's a zombie thing. And then you get this old witch kind of creature. So yeah, I don't know what this is on the back of it. I'm going to take it out. I'm kind of curious, what is this piece of paper on the back? It came with this piece of paper. Oh, interesting. So this one, Beware. Oh, I guess this same book sold way back when in 2014 for $63, which is interesting that they include that. I paid more than $63. I paid $150 for this book. So it's interesting that it sold back 10 years ago for $63, but I paid $150. Maybe I overpaid. I don't know. I think it looks cool. And the next one, I don't know, they all have these like little papers in them. Hopefully I didn't overpay for this one too. Let me see what this one say. Okay, the next one, I'll show it and then I'll talk about it. This is Black Cat Mystery, number 34. And again, I paid $187 for this one. I thought it was a really great Good Girl art cover. You got the girl in bondage at the bottom there. I just thought it looked really, really cool. So this one had a little bit of a bidding war on it. This is from April of 1952. I'm not sure who did the cover, but it's definitely a cool one. Now, let me see what it says here. Oh my goodness. So I think somebody paid $60 for this way back in the day. They all have like the original eBay sales that they were bought from, which is interesting. So, but that was like how many years ago? That was from, I'm not even sure when this, wait, I gotta find out when the sale is. And it was Tammy that bought it. I'm gonna dox her. Yeah, so Tammy bought it. And when did she buy this? Doesn't even say when she bought it. Very odd. I don't know why they included the original eBay slip. That's really interesting. So I'm keeping that with it. And then there was a set of comics that I picked up. And this set was a set of Norman Saunders Precode horror covers. If you're not familiar with Norman Saunders, he did a lot of painted covers And this was a set of painted covers. And it also has the eBay slips on the back of it, which is really interesting. Actually, I think I did well on this one. Yeah, I did well. I paid less than what they paid. Good. Okay, so I did well on this one. This one, I paid $200 plus buyer's premium, which is $250 for the 2 books. So this is Strange Stories from Another World, number 2. Actually, I think I almost have the complete run of this series now because of these. There's only like 4 books in the run. I think I have them all. Maybe. I might be missing one, actually. So yeah, so Strange Stories from Another World, number 2. This is a kind of interesting one. I'm not sure if those are zombies or skeletons or what they are. They're gremlins. I don't know what they are. They're some weird creatures. They're attacking this saber-toothed tiger. And maybe a hippopotamus or maybe I'm not sure what this is. What is this? Not a hippopotamus. It looks like a hippo just from when it's on the small screen. But it looks kind of like it has these weird fangs. I'm not sure what it is. Some weird creature. So yeah. So Strange Stories from Another World. Maybe this is another world, so you get weird creatures. Okay. So that's a Norman Saunders cover. And the other one from the same series is number 5. And I think this is the last of the series. So this is Strange Stories from Another World, number 5. And this one actually I mentioned on my top 10 list. And when I saw it on the PBA, I was like, oh, that's really convenient. I actually really like this cover. So it's like a guy reading the Necronomicon. You know, some good girl, some skeleton action, and you got this demon up here, like a devil guy up here. It's a very, very interesting cover. The Dance of the Doomed. It's really cool painted cover. And yeah, so those were the 2 that I picked up from that lot. And as I said, they were $250 for the set. Now this next one was another set of 3 books, 3 raw books. And it was $140 for the set. But then there's buyer's premium, so $175. So for the 3 books. Now, actually, the funny thing was I actually looked up one of them on eBay afterwards, and it was selling by itself for $100 to $200. So I'm not sure how much they paid. Oh wow! I actually know the seller of this one. So I don't know. They all have these like little slips. So even this one, so this is Riot. Okay. Riot number 1. It's just a really nice copy, actually. So this is Riot number 1, and it's a cute one. It's like, you know, trim or crew cut, and he's like getting guillotined. You got the old code stamp. This is before the Comic Code Authority. They had this like sort of accepted code. I forget what it's called. The something. I forgot what it's called. But it was an earlier version of the code. So these are kind of interesting. So this one, actually it was sold by Blizzard originally in 2014. So this one by itself was sold for $122. See that right there? $122. And I paid for the 3 books, $175. So just this one book by itself almost pays for the lot. And that was 2014. It's gone up a lot since, actually. Okay, so there's that one. It's a really nice copy. It's quite solid. And then there was this one, Wild. Not sure what issue it is. So this is Wild number 3, I believe. Yeah, this is Wild number 3. It's just a kind of interesting cover. And this was the one I checked out that was actually around $200 on eBay. I was shocked, actually. Now this one didn't have the slip on the back, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but this one is got a cool date stamp on it. February 9th. Not sure what year though. It also has that early code. I'm not sure who did the cover, but it's definitely an interesting one. And then we have another Wild. This is Wild number 5. This one reminded me of those old cards, like, what are they called? Not Cabbage Patch, what is it called? They're like these crazy cards where they would have, like, you know, silly things that would happen. Something cards. I'm blanking on the name. You can tell me in the comments below, because I just totally forgot. I had a long day. I can't remember. Something patch cards, I think, something like that. So yes, this one's number 5 of Wild. And it also doesn't have the thing on the back, but it's still a really cool one. And it's actually really high grade too. All of these are quite solid. So that was the set for a pretty good price. Now this next book is a really cool EC book. I've been wanting to get this. I've been collecting. I figured I always wanted to get a complete EC run, like everything EC produced, all their Precode horror books. I always thought that would be a really cool goal to have, but I thought that was a bit too ambitious, even for me. So what I figured is I'd pick one title of the EC collection and just focus on getting all the books from that one title. And I noticed that in my collection, as I was sort of picking up Golden Age books, I had a lot of books from this one title, which is Crime Suspense Stories, because there was a lot of seduction and innocence books that were in the run, and even the one that from the Senate hearing was from this run. So I've been working on this run and getting really close. I think I'm only like 5 or 6 books left to go. But this was one of the ones that I really, really liked, and it was always really expensive. And this is Crime Suspense Stories number 4 from 1951. And it's one of the few Good Girl art covers. So you got the Good Girl there, right there, in the red dress. She's tipping over this 2-headed man in the... Just a really cool one. This one, I paid, how much did I pay for this one? I paid a lot for this one. This one was $375, and then the buyer's premium made it $468. So a bit pricey. This one usually goes for around 100 to 125 per point. So to get in a 5.0 for under 500 was a good deal. So usually this should be around 600. So I was quite happy. Electric drill on the back, but just a really cool one. So what does it say? Complete in this issue. An illustrated terror tale from the haunt of fear. You and your disgusting pickled freaks. I hate them. I hate them. Don't. My prize specimen. I'll kill you for this, Dora. So, very interesting. So she's freaking out. This is what happens. You get, wives don't understand people's hobbies, and they just get rid of their prized hobbies. So I hope that doesn't happen to my comic collection. But this was Johnny Craig cover. So very cool book. Okay, so that one's from 1951. I really like EC. I think they have some pretty great stuff. Okay, this is another comic that I really wanted to get for a long time from EC. Not in the same title, different title, but it is one that I really liked. And it's another one that every time I go for it, it always goes for a crazy price. This one I actually got almost for opening bid, almost. So opening bid I think was like 100, and I got it for 140. And then buyer's premium, which made it 175. This is Weird Science number 20 from 1953. This is a Wally Wood cover, and it's a really great Good Girl art cover. So this is one where it's women in the tubes kind of thing. It's a 3.0. You got all the women in the tubes, and it just presents really well, actually. So there's a little bit, you can see down this edge, that's where the issue is, but other than that, it looks really, really sharp. Oh, and right there is a little bit of an issue too, I guess. But just a really cool cover with all these women in the tube. And then the guy is like saying, alone in space with 50 frozen dolls, just waiting to be thawed. Now let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny. And he's picking which one he's going to de-thaw based on. yeah, which one he thinks is the cutest, maybe. You get free stamps on the back as well. So yeah, just a really cool book. Wally Wood cover, really great one. Okay, got a couple more to go. Actually, 3 more to go, or 2 more to go. Yeah, just the 2 more to go. Now this one was a really crazy lot. I was actually surprised how inexpensive this one was. Nobody bid on it. I was like, okay, nobody's gonna bid. I'll pick it up, I guess. So this was a set of 2 books for $170, both slabbed, and very cool. Like, they're old slabs, actually. Look, you can see the old slab style. So this was Mystery in Space, number 3. So early Mystery in Space. It is a 3.0, and it's a Carmen Infantino and Gil Kane art. DC Comics number 1951. So this is just early Mystery in Space. Actually, the funny thing is that afterwards I saw this on eBay auction. It went for a reasonable price, like $300-400. So I was quite happy to get it for 2 slabs for the price of 1. So it was $212 for the 2 slabs. So this is the first one. This is the lower of the grades, and it's older slab, so it probably could be pressed or whatever and get like a 9.0 or something crazy. They always say that, right? You know, crack and press and get like a much higher grade. But yeah, so it's a Mystery in Space number 3 and a 3.0. And you got these weird duck. I've seen this back on other books, actually. You got these weird masks on the back. I've seen that ad actually on a few books. Okay, and then, so that was 1 book. And this was the one I actually thought, wow, it's like such a good deal for the price. So that's why I bid on it. I actually like this cover better. Is Strange Adventures. And this is Strange Adventures number 7 from 1951. It's a really cool insect one and good girl cover. I just thought it was a really cool cover. And really high grade, like 6.5. So for golden age, like anthology book, I guess it would be called. And this is the origin of Chris KL99. And it's a Bob Oxner cover. It's a very cool book. I like the giant ant and the good girl. She's wearing red too, so that's always nice. And you get the ants in there like taking down the tower. So that's really cool. So maybe it's like early Ant-Man. I don't know. Who will rule the earth tomorrow? Read The World of the Giant Ants. So yeah, so that is a cool book. So those are the ones that I picked up. I thought it was a great deal. What did you think? Did you think I got good deals or bad deals? I thought it was a pretty good auction. It was fun. Kind of overspent, but that happens. You get sort of caught up with the auctions and you pick, oh, that's such a good deal. That's such a good deal. And you buy too much. That's what kind of happened with this one. So I hope you enjoyed my PBA auction haul. And check out part 1 if you haven't watched it already. There's some pretty cool books in it as well. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.